Hello, I'm Daniel Dawson, and I'd like to speak to you today about how we can make the game fun and challenging through the sessions that we do. I know that's quite a broad concept, really, but I do think there's ways, there's coaching methods, there's the way our mannerisms, the way we put across points, the way we relate to younger players, and the level really that we pitch the session. I think for under sixes, you've got to pitch the session that's in their world. They've only been on the planet 5 or 6 years, so their understanding of the world, their motor skills, their technical development, their jumping, hopping, skipping skills aren't really developed yet. So we consider that, and we get into their world by providing environments that they can relate to. So things like Toy Story, Shrek, other games that it's got to be contemporary. So now, what is it? Tintin and Ben 10, Alien Force. I think those games, if we use the characters they can look up to, like Buzz Lightyear, those types of people, like Shrek, then I really think they can understand the concepts we're getting across. If we say Tom and Jerry, they might think it's a type of ice cream. So I think we've got to keep on the ball as to what they're watching now, and make sure we pitch it to what they understand. The reason for doing that is just so that you create an environment they enjoy, they can relate to, they have more energy. If you enthuse the session, you can really see more energy going into the play. They learn more. Little concepts you introduce, like keep your headlights on, is like keep your head up. Also, like don't look down too much at the ball, and also just little things like teamwork and team play. I think you can introduce at this age group as well. Little 7-minute sessions, quick water breaks if the weather's too hot. You keep them onto the next task, short and sharp to the next thing, nice and quickly. I think for under 12s, the skills development ages from 7 through 12, I think you can really get some good results and some good work you can do with things like skills testing. I've had a lot of decent success with things like they love a crossbar challenge, dribbling tests, passing, different ranges, the lofted pass, power of shot. They like to compare their results to their contemporaries, to their peers. So I think a big part of that is we've got to make sure that it's accurate, because they will know what they scored, and you've got to make sure it tallies up and everything's accurate after week 8 when you give the results. So skills testing, core work, I think fun repetition, not just repetition, but fun repetition, emulating their heroes, things like learning different moves. It might not be the Maradona anymore, it might be the Messi. Even just what I think is important is basic concepts, basic skills, first touch, making sure that they understand passing patterns, basic passing patterns, so that they're aware, they can look up, and they've got an understanding of the field, as well as individually progressing as players, getting good touches and getting better as players. I think these players are also, they're challenged through, you can provide some guided discovery. I think you can actually coax at this level, not just coach. I think you can coax ideas, set scenarios, and let them problem solve. I think that's important now, because at this age, because then they're starting to progress and develop their understanding tactically, their knowledge base onto the next level. 16s, 18s, I think now you have to split up the group into ability, just so that each individual does have a good learning experience. Because you might have 1 or 2 elite players, you might have your decent travel team players, and you might have your less able players, but still want to progress their game and still want to be, they still want to get better, and they still want to be part of a team. But I do think you have to split it up in terms of ability, so that there is progression for each player. I think for the elite players, you've got to challenge them through fitness testing, through challenging their anaerobic threshold, their lactic acid threshold, their aerobic base should be decent. Any players who want to be challenged to go to college, any NCAA college, I think they've now got to look at their fitness levels, because I think that's key to a successful college career, is being a fit player. I also think that as using the game as a social inclusion tool, so you can go to the 5 boroughs, different areas, and I think by providing structured environments and providing good coaching, giving them role models, I think you can really do some good work there too. And just like from what I've seen, some of the coaches that I look up to, Sam Allardyce for his attention to detail, has 32 backroom staff. I think that's paramount to a successful session, is planning and attention to detail, because then you can make it fun and challenging through delivering a good thought out session. Sammy Lee, for the way he motivates players, I think he's a very good man-to-man type coach, and also Martin O'Neill for the way he gets the best out of people, and I think the way just his mannerisms and the way he conducts a session is something I aspire to. So I think that concludes all I'd like to say, and I look forward to Lillyshaw, and see you soon.